All right, so we are getting situated. We've got 2 other groups rolling that I had to set up. So we just posted it on Google Classroom. I'm going to go ahead and push it out on Class Dojo now. This will be easier next week when I get my computer. So we're going to go ahead and push this out. So it'll be coming out on Google Classroom in just a minute. Or on Class Dojo. And then I'll go ahead and open up that chat. Okay, looks like everyone. And we'll go ahead and open up that chat. So if you weren't able to see the chat, go ahead and refresh. It should be there now. So again, should be there now. Good morning. So as you guys come in, I'm going to be watching the stream and taking attendance. So just say hi in the box. Feel free to have a conversation. Totally fine. Let's me see who's here. I saw Ali, good morning. Ashley, good morning. Ray, Alexa, good morning. Tiana, good morning. DJ Sama, good morning. Khalees Josiah, good morning. Zaleem Micah, good morning. Shelby Nils Hamza, good morning. Bomdiagi, good morning. Jenna, good morning. Good morning, Aya. Good morning, Javier. Javier, when you get a chance, will you do the flip grid from yesterday, the one where I need you reading? I just want to hear everybody reading. So we'll probably give this until about maybe 8:05, 8:10, depending. We're still missing a couple of friends. So like I said, we'll give this a handful of minutes. Give friends time to get on up, roll on in. Yeah, Micah, I'm with you. I don't like the scary games. No, thanks. I'm good. I started playing the one yesterday that you guys were recommending, the one where it's like Among Us. It definitely is a more elaborate, whatchamacallit, a more elaborate form of Mafia. So it's definitely a version of Mafia, which is why I thought that it was that other game. The one with the where you're like Salem witch trial people and you're trying to put people on trial. Morning, RC. Welcome. RC, we're reading about birds today. Oh, good job, DJ. I miss real school too, but you know what? It's like I said last year. Like, at least we're in a position technologically where we can still hold school and we can still see each other and we can still at least somewhat interact. Like, we definitely still have things to be thankful for. There's like, could you imagine if we just didn't have school at all and we didn't see each other for a year? No thanks. So at least we have this. Jacob, good morning. Like during the 1918 Spanish flu that lasted for 3 years, people just didn't go to school for 3 years. You didn't see anybody. Mm-hmm. 3 years. That's how long the last pandemic lasted. There we go. Ashley, I don't know. It's hard to predict. Because we're dealing with microscopic organisms and the virus, like we don't know. No caps, please. We can talk like normal people. COVID, huh? Capitalization implies that you're yelling at people. Morning, Devin. You're fine. I give some wiggle room for friends. We'll take attendance in 2 minutes. Devin, I downloaded that game so I can play with you guys today. No worries. I'm so sorry, Shelby. I'm glad it's working, though, and there's a workaround. Thank goodness for other ways to open things. Michaela, happy birthday! Are you doing anything fun today? Aw, you're welcome. Oh, Devin, that's cool. And then Tiana, no, I get my new computer next week. It's supposed to be arriving in the mail. We thought it was this week, and then we got a email saying that it is next week. Okay, let's go ahead and take attendance. So if you're here, just say hi. We are missing a couple friends. So I just want to make sure everyone's here. So here we go. We're going to have all academic talk come back together again. So give me an okay if you're ready to rock. Give me an okay if you're ready to rock. We're going to go ahead and convert all of our fun chat to academic chat. So give me an okay if you're ready to go, and we'll take attendance. Give me an okay if you're ready to go, and we will take attendance. Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you, friends. Gracias. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So if you're here, just say hi or hello. No caps, nothing crazy. Just say hi, hello. Let's me quickly go through this. So good morning, Zalim. I saw you. Ali, Aya, Zora, Jacob, Hamza, Ray, Shelby, Khalees. Lexi, if you're here, say hi. I saw Michaela, our wonderful birthday girl. I saw Miss Sama, Micah, Nils. I saw Javier. I saw Devin. I saw Tiana and DJ. I saw Jenna and Alexa. I saw Josiah. I saw Guy, RC, Ashley, and Khadijah. Fabulous. All right. I'm going to put my keyboard away. Flip this guy. All right. So let's go through and see what you're doing today. So Reflex Math, if you got up early and you're one of those early bird risers, Reflex Math hypothetically could already be done. Many of you have went ahead and sent me a picture of your green light, which is awesome. This is going to be a surefire way to support your multiplication and division facts, which is key for 4th and 5th grade math. You are making a situation extremely, extremely difficult if you do not know your multiplication and division facts. There's also Flipgrid. Today you're doing something called Walk Like a Reader, where you are going to tell me either about a book that you are currently reading or the last book that you read. Today what I wanted to see is kind of test your ability to recall information. Aya, you do not have to. You can if you would like to. I can see it regardless. It's just quicker if you send it to me when you get it. It usually takes a couple hours to blanket update. And so if you haven't gotten the green light by whatever time Reflex has denoted, then I don't see it till the next day. So it's just quicker for you guys. And I've got like 3 or 4 friends who have finished their Prodigy already, which is perfect. So we are going to go ahead and get started with math right now. Again, we'll do literacy at 10:15, and we are going to start Amplify Science today at 1:10. We are going to start a unit all about vision and light. We're going to actually be utilizing my geckos so that you can kind of see how vision and light play into hunting. So we get some real-time experimentation because you get to see how my super funny geckos eat. Which it's kind of comical, I'm not gonna lie. Watching my my leopard gecko eat is slightly humorous. Read aloud you can do right now. The Screencastify is up and there is a vocabulary activity that is ready for you. So again, these activities shouldn't take you more than 30 minutes a pop. And so if you really spread out your tasks throughout the day, it's not too shabby. You can be finished really quickly. Like I've had a good handful of friends be finished super early and send me messages throughout the day. Yes, so you get to meet Beetlejuice and see how he hunts. It's pretty funny. Give me an okay if you're ready to rock and you have your journal in front of you. We are going to go ahead and move into notes. So give me an okay if you're ready to rock. Give me an okay if you're ready to rock. Gorgeous. All right, so we'll go ahead, move over to your notes. Here is your table of contents for the day. We're on day 6, comparing and ordering large numbers. We are on day 6, comparing and ordering large numbers. This is what your table of contents should look like thus far. This is what your table of contents should look like thus far. We are on day 6, comparing and ordering large numbers. Should go on page 13 if you're putting them all on the right-hand side. Tiana, yes, that's because the math notes today are fairly small, so I did not make a separate thing. It's mostly just going to be interaction with us. So do not worry, there's no math notes to print off because it's relatively short today. All right. So give me a text smiley once you're done writing down your table of contents. That's let me know that you are ready to move on to our objective for the day. Give me a text smiley when you are ready to rock and you have written down your table of contents for the day. Thank you, Aya. DJ, thank you. Javier, thank you. Nils, thank you. Zora Ray, thank you. Alexa, thank you. Zilliam, thank you. Khadijah, thank you. Michaela, thank you. Lexi, thank you. All right, so let's go ahead and move over to our objective for the day. Just kidding, it's down here. So here's what your notebook ought to look like. Day 6, comparing and ordering large numbers. Make sure you have your date in the top right corner. And our objective for today is that today we will identify digits and whole number place value to compare multiple numbers. They will also be organized in a specific order. So when you're done here, give me an okay that you're ready to move on. When you have your objective and the day and the date all lined up, we'll go ahead and get started. Give me an okay when you're ready to go. Thank you, Tiana. Aya, thank you. Shelby, thank you. Ollie, DJ, thank you. Javier, thank you. Zalim, thank you. Guy, muy bien, thank you, thank you. No worries, Shelby. All right, we're going to go ahead and skip a line. You're going to write place value comparison. So again, you're going to write place value comparison with a bullet point. Place value comparison with a bullet point. So I'm going to give you the steps and then we're going to get into practice because place value comparison is something that we do starting in like first grade. So think of today as like a refresh day or a let's review day. Perfect, Shelby. Welcome, welcome. I figured YouTube was just being silly. All right, so for your notes, you're going to write every 3 place values equal a period of numbers. So every 3 place values equals a period of numbers. So you have like the ones period, where you've got hundreds, tens, ones. You've got the thousands period, where it's 100, 1,000, 10,000, and then just 1,000. You have the millions period, where it's 100 million, 10 million, and just million. And it keeps going with that pattern, where it's 100, tens, and then the name of period. And then in between each period of numbers is a comma. So every 3 place values equals a period of numbers. So there's the ones period, and that's the one that we're all kind of familiar with, right? Ones, tens, hundreds. And so when we're reading a number, we say 562. We have a 5 in the hundreds place, a 6 in the tens place, and a 2 in the ones place. When we get bigger than that, we have thousands period. 100,000, 10,000, and then just the thousand. The millions period, 100 million, 10 million, and then just a million. So your pattern tends to be that the hundreds kind of follow you along into each period. And then whatever the name of that period is appears throughout that section. So every 3 numbers gets a comma. So if I have a number, let's say it's something big like that, I'm going to start on my right, and every 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, gets a comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. So that way I've got So that way I've got 304,020,704. Zaleem, you can write it if you want to. At this point, I'm just trying to give you guys a visual for what large numbers looks like. So this should be pretty familiar. I'm going to add paper real fast. Okay. Give me a text smiley when you're ready to rock. Give me a text smiley when you're ready to rock, and I'll give you the steps for comparing numbers, and then we'll get into playing around with some numbers. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Ali. Aya, thank you. Ray, thank you. Alexa, thank you. That's fine, Micah. Just give me a smiley face when you're ready to rock. Grazies. So that way, if you get a really big number, no matter how big it is, you'll be able to put the commas in. So it goes 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. 1, 2, 3, comma. It's like it comes in triplets. Javier, thank you. Shelby, Alexis, thank you. So we're going to get into the steps that you want to kind of take when we're comparing numbers. I find that this is super helpful. So if it's 4 numbers, same process. Same process. Start at the right. 1, 2, 3. Add a comma. So you wind up with 1,282. Same process. Yeah, Cleese, totally fine. Just let me know when you're ready. We'll move when you're ready. The last one was just an example because I asked a question about 4 numbers. So, totally good. Anyone have questions thus far? Thank you, Shelby. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Perfect. So like I said, this is kind of like a nice review day. This first section is all about whole numbers, and then we'll get into decimal place value. And for my 4th graders, it'll be a brand new topic. For my 5th graders, it's like their second dose of it. And what I have found over the years is that with these 4 or 5 combos, blending things together works beautifully. It'll start looking familiar. It's great. Thank you, Micah. So we'll take a couple more seconds. Khalees, don't forget, give me a nice smiley face when you're ready to go. Thank you, Hamza. And then what we'll do is, in the meantime, go ahead and write down steps for comparing. So we'll do steps for comparing. Just waiting on a few more friends to finish. Thank you for being patient, my friends. I appreciate it. Thank you, Ray. Okay, so we'll go ahead. So step number 1. There we go. Step number 1. What we're going to do. Okay, so step number 1. We line up the place values starting with the ones place. Give me an okay when you're ready. So step number 1 is we line up all the place values and we line them up with the ones column. And what's nice with these numbers is once you line up the ones place, everything else tends to fall in order. So you're almost like lining them up from right to left. So give me an okay when you're ready. Okay when you're ready. Fantastic. So go ahead and skip a line and write number 2. Let's go ahead and skip a line, write number 2. So you're going to start at the left most place value. So you'll start at the leftmost place value. And you're going to cross out numbers that are the same. Give me a smiley face when you're ready. Give me a text smiley when you're ready. Give me a text smiley when you're ready. All right, so while friends are writing that down, so Ray, what I mean, and I'll show you this down below too. So if I have a number like that, what I want to do is I cross off the numbers that are the same. So they have the same number of place values. They each have 4 digits, 1,236 and then 1,245. So if I look to the left, they both share a 1 in the thousands. They both share a 2 in the hundreds. So I'm going to be comparing the tens place. So what you want to think of step number 2 as is find the first place value that is different. So you want to find the first place value that is different. And we'll go through a bunch of examples, so don't worry. So we start at the leftmost place value, cross out numbers that are the same. We want to find that first place value going from left to right that's different. All right, here we go. So number 3. So number 3 is we want to highlight the digits and compare the values. Give me a text smiley when you're ready. Highlight the digits and compare the values. See, Ray, I'm telling you, we're going to do great this year. It's going to be super fun. I've got the small group going on over here, so I have to keep checking in on them. All right, so let's get into some examples. So let's say I've got Let's say I've got, oops, too big. And then I go back, 1, 2, 3, comma. So let's say I've got 126,457. Aya, you can write them down if you want to, but you don't have to. I'd say that at least the first couple would just be helpful. Okay. So my first task is to line the numbers up. So my two numbers here in the ones column should be lined up. And so now what I do, that's step number 1. So I'm going to start over here. So start at the left. And I'm going to cross out the numbers that are the same. So over here, I've got the 100,000. In the 100,000 column, are those two numbers the same or are they different? So starting here, are they the same or are they different? Type in the box. Same or different? Type it in the box. Same or different? Type it in the box. Same or different? Type it in the box. Audric, please knock it off. Knock it off. Thank you. Yes, so they're the same. So when they're the same, we cross them out. So when they're the same, we cross them out. And now we go to the next one. So now I go to the 10,000s. If those two numbers are the same, what do I do? If they're the same, cross them off. 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 Cross them out. There you go. They're the same. And then we move to the next column. Alrighty, so now I move to the next one. What do I do here? Do I compare or cross it out? Do I compare or cross it out? What do I do? Do I compare or cross it out? What do I do? Am I going to compare or cross it out? Compare, cross it out. Good. So I'm going to cross it out. So now I'm going to go to my hundreds column. Okay. What do I do now? Do I compare or cross out? Compare, cross out. What do I do? Compare, cross out. Yeah, I'm going to compare. I have two different numbers. So 4, 5. Who's bigger? The 4 or the 5? Who's bigger? The 4 or the 5? Who's bigger? It's like a balance. Or scale? 4 or 5? Who's bigger? 4 or 5? Yeah. Now, I always like to think of this as a monster. So the monster is going to eat the bigger number. So yeah, I like to think of it as the monster eats the bigger number. Monster eats the larger number. But keep in mind, you now have to come back and actually write the numbers out again. So I've got 126,457, and the 4 was smaller. So we say is less than 126,556. And if you want to be cute, you can go ahead and draw your monster. Give me an okay if that makes sense. Give me an okay if that makes sense. The monster likes the bigger number. Wouldn't you? You want to eat the thing that's going to fill you up. Do we want another example or are we good? If you're good, give me a smiley face. If you want another example, say again. Okay, we'll do one more. All right. In the box, give me a number. In the box, give me a number. I'll take the first number I see. Give me a good number, though. Not like a crazy huge number, but like a good number. Thank you, Ray. I thought it was a good example, too. I'm going to take all these because the commas are correct. So, Ray, remember 1, 2, 3, commas. So I've got 156. Comma 697. And I'm going to pair that to, let's do all right. So I'm going to compare them. Cross out, compare. What do I do? 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 Yeah, I'm going to cross out. Okay, so now I've got the 5. Okay, what am I going to do? Cross out, compare. Cross out or compare. Yes, we're going to cross it out. Okay, go to the next one. Okay, listen. Is it the same or different? Same or different? What's here? Same or different? What's here? Same or different? Type it in the box. Listen. Same or different? Is this the same numbers or different numbers? Good. Same. cross it, cross it. Move on down. What do I do here? Cross out, compare. What do I do? 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 Yes, Ray. Eliminate. Okay, next one. What do I do now? Cross out or compare. What do I do? Cross out or compare. What do I do? Cross out or compare. What do I do? Yeah, I'm going to compare. I finally have two different numbers. Yeah, here we go. Ha, Ray. That's funny. All right, who's bigger? 9 or 8? Where is the monster eating? What number are we eating? What number are we eating? What number are we eating? Who are we eating? Are we eating the 8 or are we eating the 9? Yeah, let's eat the 9. Good job. So now remember, rewrite your number. You're not done. When you get to this point, now rewrite. Rewrite your big numbers. Yeah, eat the 9. So I've got 1, 5, 6, 6, 9, 7. So 156,697 is bigger than 156,681. And because it's fun, we draw our monster. Beautiful. Good job. Okay, are we good? Text smiley if you're good. Text a smiley if you're good. Again, if you need another example. Text smiley if you're good. Nom 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 nom. Yes, it's like nom nom. Fantastic. I'm glad. I will say this is a way more fun lesson to do online because of all my color access. I will say it's that. We do not have the board where I have to just do it in one color. This is kind of fun because I've got multiple colors, which is cool. I know, right? It's fun. All right. So let's go take a look at what your work is today. So drag and drop activity where you're going to put these in order. So all you're going to do is click and then you can drag them around. And keep in mind, you need to make sure that you're paying attention to the directions. One says least to greatest, and least implies small, greatest implies big. Least to greatest. And then look at the second one. The second one says biggest to least. So biggest number to smallest number. So you're going to put them in order. Give me an okay if that makes sense. Give me an okay if that makes sense. Give me an okay if that makes sense. Yay! Cool. Alrighty, so again, Reflex Math, Flipgrid, and Prodigy. Remember, your goal for today is to just share the book that you're currently reading. If you're not reading a book, tell me about the last book that you remember reading. All right. So I will see you back here at 10:15. I will see you back here at 10:15. If you need to stay for extra help, give me a smiley face in the box. If you want help, smiley face. If you're good, I will see you at 10:15. I will see you at 10:15. So if you're good, I will see you at 10:15. We're going to read about birds. 10:15. I'll see you and we're going to read about birds. 10:15. We're going to read about birds. Bye, friends. Bye, everybody. I'm going to hang out. Zora, did you need help? Did you want more examples? I saw a smiley from you, my friend. Do you want another example? I know, Guy, I'm going to miss you. You've been amazing. All right, Hamza, I'm here. Hit me, Hamza. What's your question? Oh, that's fine. Do you want to type your question out and I'll answer it for you? No. So are you talking about these ones? Okay, I can do another example. And then, so Hamza, you're only doing this one. You're doing this one. Drag and drop activity. You're doing this one. So Hamza, just the blue guys. This activity. Blue dudes only. Audric, be appropriate. That's okay. You're just doing this one. Zora, you want to tell me what your question is, or do you want to text it to me in Dojo? I could probably help you there. Okay. Josiah, I'm going to add another piece of paper. Bye, Hamza. Okay. Zora, take a picture of the problem. I can tell you what you're doing. I think I had one question once that was like that, and I agree. It's obnoxious. So take a picture of the problem. I can tell you what it's doing. So have your mom or dad just take a picture of it, send it to me, we can figure it out. Push comes to shove, I can contact them and be like, we found an error, which, let's be honest, is always very fun to do. Josiah, in the box, you want to give me numbers? Why don't you give me numbers? Oh, I added blank paper. I don't want blank paper. I want lined paper. So Josiah, type in the box. So Josiah, give me a number. Any number. You make it up. Perfect. Okay. Sorry, I was answering a question on Dojo. Okay, so 6, 7, 9. All right, so let's look at the first column. We're going to go all the way. We're going to start over here. Okay, so we start on this side. We make sure that they're all lined up in the ones place. And we're going to start here. So looking at that column, Josiah, are they the same or are they different? Are those numbers the same or different? Yeah, so when they're the same, I cross them off and I move to the next column. Okay, so now I'm here. What do? Do I cross out or compare? Cross out or compare? What am I going to do? Cross out or compare? Yeah, I'm going to cross out. Oops, it's moving. And then I move to the next place value. So Josiah, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do now? Am I going to cross out or compare? Am I going to cross out or compare? Good. So I'm going to pull out 8. I'm going to pull out 6. Who's bigger? What number is the monster eating? Nom 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 nom. What number is the monster eating? Nom 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 nom. Yeah. So once you're here, I'm going to rewrite the whole number. Which is these guys. So I'm going to put 158,679, and the 8 was that first number. So that's bigger than 156,769. Nom 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 nom. Smiley face if that makes better sense. Is that better? And if it's not, that's cool. We can do another one. It's kind of fun circling numbers and crossing them out in different colors. It's highly satisfying. It's like math ASMR. Okay, can you tell me where you get confused? And we'll go from there. If I type out, let's do this. Do you get how to line the numbers up? So if I gave you 178 and 184, do you get how to line them up? Okay, so what if I did... Does that make sense? 178 and 87? If I lined it up that way? Because take a look. I've lined up my ones column. I've lined up my tens column. And I've lined up my hundreds column. Same thing with these two numbers over here. I've lined up my ones column. I've lined up my tens column. And then I have my hundreds column. And because there's nothing down here, I just put an X. Smiley face if that makes sense. Everything's lined up by their place value. I find this easier with decimals because you just line up the decimals and write the numbers out. Here, until he gets back, type out the biggest number. Which number is the biggest? Type it out. No, you don't have to add anything. At this point, you're good to go. You can put the X in. It's helpful. Okay, are you good here? Do you want to move on to crossing things out and comparing? Okay, cool. So let's look over here. I'm going to start at the hundreds column. So I start at the left. Okay, start left. I have a 1 and a 1. If they're the same, I cross them. If they're different, I compare. So what do I do here? Am I going to compare or am I going to cross out? So cross out or compare. What do I do? Am I going to cross out or compare? Yeah. And then I move to the next column. So now I'm in my tens column. What do I do here? Am I going to cross or compare? Here, am I going to cross or compare? Am I going to cross or compare those two numbers? Yeah. So I pull out the 7. I pull out the 8. Who's bigger? Looking at my tens column, who's bigger, the 7 or the 8? Yeah. So I'm going to make sure the alligator eats that side. And then from there, I now rewrite my number. I had 178 is less than 184 because the 8 was this one. Is that better? Are we good now? Or are we more like this, where you're like, not really? Or are we here? Are we Happy? Are we bleh? Are we Where are you? Are we doing better? Yep. You keep going till you find the bigger number. Cross out what's the same, find the bigger number. And then, nom nom, nom nom, eat the bigger number. That's it. Yay or no? I gotta stretch. Oh. You're welcome, Josiah. I'm going to go ahead and close down the stream and the chat, and I will see you at 10:15. Text me if you need me, though, okay? Text me if you need me. All right. Bye, everybody. See you at 10:15.